Yeah, I've just travelled so many places in 57 years, really,
Mm.
and I'm quite happy about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I had factory jobs where I was just sort of like I had a factory job for 3 years,
Where?
and I kind of regret that job.
Okay.
Didn't
Okay.
travel at all, really. Do you know what I mean?
Where?
Just stayed in the same box. Do you know what I mean?
Like a cubicle.
Yeah, so I did that job, and then I moved into another job, working in Tesco stacking shelves.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing, really. Do you know what I mean? You're not moving or travelling anywhere, or
Yeah. Yeah.
you're going to be going home dreaming of the same things, basically, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every day. Yeah.
And then after that, I thought, nah, I don't like it. Whilst I was doing that, actually, I started doing removals, and got out of that job, and I started to enjoy life a bit more, because I was travelling, meeting different people, going to a different destination every day,
Yeah. Yeah.
and kind of that was beautiful, and I don't regret that at all.
Yeah.
That job,
Yeah.
it's a bit of hard work,
Yeah.
but the hard work was exercise for me. So,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a bit of hard exercise, is there?
Yeah.
Every day,
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it, and when I was younger, I worked on, I think, 7 different ships altogether.
Oh wow.
And I actually lived on the Canberra for 3 weeks one time.
Right.
So that was a big experience, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, today I don't, you can travel by the internet too, can't you? Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Today. Yeah. Yeah.
I do that as well. I like sometimes,
Google Earth and
exactly,
all these
and
different
looking around
things,
different places I've not been to. I think if I, talking about money here, that helps travel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Big time, like
Yeah.
if you've got a lot of money in your bank, basically, a huge sum of money, it pays for a lot of petrol, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
To get you, rocket you around the world, basically.
Yeah.
You can even buy yourself a speedboat.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Mm.
I think money.
Yeah. Money talks.
I think like if I had more money, goodness me,
Yeah.
I'd love travelling.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'd do some. I'd just sort of travel all the time. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'd give this up.
Yeah.
I think
Mm.
I think I'd just become a traveller.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. To be honest, I'm sort of like travelling different towns at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to film different pigeons because I started a channel up
Yeah.
called the Bird Loving Man, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm going around sort of like, I'm getting to know the pigeons locally, but I want to start venturing out
Yeah.
and filming different pigeons,
In different places,
wherever,
different towns,
Exactly,
different cities, and yeah.
So, and then I film it, obviously,
Yeah.
and then when I film it, I upload it, and I'm sharing that actual memory with anyone that wants to see it, or watches it.
Yeah. Mm.
So it's all good. The birds getting fed.
Yeah.
I'm travelling out, seeing new places, new birds, or and meeting new people, and also coming home, building my channel up.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Mm.
So.
Yeah. And you're having fun while you're doing it, mate.
Well, yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I am.
That's
Like so, I went to the Isle of Wight, and I'm not married anymore. I'm not walking around with a woman, so I'm just sort of like filming the birds, basically. I mean, I did go for a walk with my brother, but he had to stay in most of the time because his leg, whatever, so he can't travel so much.
he's not. Yeah, he's
bit stuck, bit stuck in mud.
Bit limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I think traveling is very good for. I think traveling is good for a lot of people, mate. It's sometimes people can kind of get stuck in kind of like have like a small-minded mentality, um, And then when they finally do get to travel and see some different places and experience different culture and different people, and you know, the way people live and the way people treat you and receive you, and you know, your experiences while you're there and things you see and the memories you make while you're there, and you know, just getting introduced to different things. I think that's so important. Like, as we all know, life is quite short. You know, let's be honest about it. You know, life goes very quickly. You know, time goes very quickly. So I think it is important for people to travel and have new experiences and make good memories. You know, have fun and you know, make the most of their time. You know, and do what they want. You know, so yeah, you know, I think it's really good. I think sometimes there are some people out there that are living in one place for a very long time, pretty much their whole life, don't know anything else outside of that, and so their way of thinking can be quite, like I said, small-minded and very limited because they haven't experienced much, you know. But the more you experience, the more, you know, you're open to new ideas, new possibilities, new, new memories, you know.
I wouldn't want to work in a factory. All my life, you know what I mean, like for 40 years.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you get like what, 4 weeks a year holiday. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
you know, you need to sort of travel, I think.
Yeah.
You know, when I look back on my life, sometimes, like I said, I've had factory jobs and things, you know, for 3 years, and I kind of look at those years as a waste of time. But I don't look at like a lot of my jobs as a waste of time. You know, I feel like I've travelled, I've lived my life, you know, and I've seen a lot of different places really, you know, and it helps me to understand life a little bit more, I think, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never been to Africa or Australia, or I've never been to America, do you know what I mean? But I've been to a lot of other places.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I've been to Spain, I've been to Italy, Germany. So, but like I say, the internet, I like going around there and travelling and looking around, you know, and looking at films about Africa and so on. So you kind of like, these kind of go into your memory. Even though I've never been to Africa yet, but I kind of feel like I have, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many sort of like African, you know, whatever. I feel like I've kind of experienced it.
Yeah.
But I know that, like for instance, I've never been to the pyramids.
Yes.
Okay, but I kind of like can imagine it.
Yeah.
If you sort of mean, you know, because I know how big they are. Do you know what I mean? But I know that if you did go there, it's better.
Yes.
You know, to experience it for real.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you know, you see these films and that, you can kind of get the, you know, what it looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and so on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sure. Gives you a bit of an insight, doesn't it?
You
know, into what you could potentially experience if you were to go there. You know. So sometimes that is also good too, you know. Sometimes people who are making travel, people that are making travel plans and looking to go different places, stuff like that. Sometimes, you know, if you're really that interested, you could go online and have a look around on to where you're actually deciding to travel to, and you know, the surrounding areas, and you know, kind of see where you're going beforehand before you even go. You know what I mean? To see, you know, get a bit of an idea of where you are, and you know, the places you can go to have a bit of fun, or to have a meal or whatever, you know. So yeah, the internet has made, that's one great thing about the internet, I think, you know. It's like, even people like, okay, there's a guy that I follow on YouTube, and he does like travel vlogs, you know, and there's loads of people that do it today. There's so many of them doing it today, because there is a big market for it, to be honest. There are, you know, like even the guy that I was watching, like he had over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, you know. And literally that's what he does. He goes around loads of different countries all the time. He does like, you know, a certain amount of countries every year, like 10 countries a year, and he'll just go around like for a few days in each country, or a couple of weeks, however long it is he does, and he'll just travel all around and just experience everything, you know, the people, the culture, the food, different places. And a lot of time he's on his own, like he's just literally on his own, him and his camera, and he's like, you know, just out there, like just, doing his thing.
I've
like,
seen.
And I think yeah.
Yeah.
But like people, there are a lot of people out there that really appreciate that type of stuff, because there are people out there that may never ever get the chance to experience, to see any of those places.
That's right.
So being able to watch it and see it on YouTube or wherever, wherever else they might be able to see it, then it's a real blessing for those people. There's some people out there that, like I said, for whatever reason, whether it be financial or whatever, they may never get a chance to see those places. So they're grateful.
It's like me. I'm starting to feel my, feed the local pigeons here, and getting to know them more,
Yeah.
But when I upload my films, whatever, some people appreciate them because some people haven't got pigeons living near them.
Yeah, true.
Or some people are disabled.
Yeah.
They're in wheelchairs, do you know what I mean? So they appreciate seeing these birds, do you know what I mean? So I'm starting to travel, not around the world, but just around my country a little bit, do you know what I mean? I want to travel, and like you said, a lot of people are starting to do it.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people out there, honestly, even like I saw another guy the other day, because obviously I think because I'd watched that guy's video, I think, how it works with YouTube and any of these things, like if you watch something, sometimes it gives you like a suggested thing, that was similar to your last video that you might have watched or whatever, something in the past or whatever. And there's this new guy that I clicked on the other day that it just popped up on my, as soon as I opened up YouTube, it popped up, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, and I clicked on it. And it was just another guy doing the same thing, travel vlogs, but he was a younger guy with a different kind of spin and twist on the way he kind of makes his videos and what he does, while travelling. But there's loads of people doing it, mate. Even him, like within a month of doing all his videos and stuff, I think he already accumulated something like close to 100,000 people following him, if you see what I mean, because at the moment there's so many, like I said, there's a bit of a market for it.
That's right. I mean, I was watching one the other day and he was sort of like going out looking for a date, and I think he was in Brazil and he was having a good time with these women and all that and chatting them up. But he was doing a bit of a vlog at the same time, on the cultures, on the place and all this. But as he's doing it, he's kind of experiencing it himself when you're watching it, and you're kind of experiencing, you're not experiencing the same way as the guy filming it.
No.
Right, because you can smell. Right, and you can feel the wind there as well.
But you're kind of vicariously...
You're seeing it,
experiencing it through...
sound and vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but you haven't got your smell.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the internet. You can't smell anything. Wouldn't it be good if they did, though, with the internet, right? Sort of made it so, like, when you're watching something, like, you can see some roses, you can actually smell it.
I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah, but they can make electric devices that can actually smell or something, this sort of kind, it might be the future of computers, do you know what I mean, that we would have another one, smell, do you know what I mean? But then you got taste as well, can you imagine cooking, right, and you can smell it and actually taste it, it's impossible, isn't it, do you know what I mean? But what we have got with the internet is fantastic, we've got the eyes and the ears, when somebody's walking through the streets of a town with a camera, it kind of makes you feel like you're experiencing it, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So because
you
get to see some of the architecture, some of the people, some of the, sometimes they might engage with the people, if you see what I mean. So then obviously you're kind of getting a bit of a feel of what the people are like, and see whether they're friendly and open and engaging, or a bit standoffish and not a bit reserved, or like you get an insight.
So let's say you watched half an hour of someone blogging going around, right? So you're watching it, and you're listening to what's going on, what's he talking to, whatever, and then it finishes, and then you have a cup of tea and go to bed. Right, and then you're laying there dreaming about it a bit, and it's your memory now in a funny way, that you can actually sort of, it's kind of an experience in a funny way, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I definitely want to travel more though, mate, for sure, in the future, definitely want to do a bit more travelling, I'm not talking about like all the time, frequently, but I would like to go and see a few different places here, I don't know where yet, but there are a few places
we'll have to go together.
I'd like to,
We'll have to go together one time.
One time we'd have to go, like, I don't know, maybe like Amsterdam or
I've been there.
Or Thailand or somewhere now, or somewhere like that, because you know what I mean. Like I think
I've
that's
never been to Thailand.
right now that's a big tourist destination because
I'd love to go there.
you know. So that'd be a nice place. I think that'd be a cool little holiday to go to. You know.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of things that are going on there now that you know that are big markets for a lot of things going on there right now. You know. So yeah. There are lots of other places I like to go to too. My wife, I remember my wife and kids saying they want to go to the Maldives. You know, that's quite a pricey holiday, but you know it'd be nice to do it for sure. You know, it'd be worth it. I think just based on some of the things I've seen anyway. I think it'd be really nice. You know, but yeah, it's.
Would you like to have 4 legs? So you can go faster. Or 8 legs like a spider, But spiders are better walkers than people are because they never fall over.
I see what you mean.
They don't.
I think I'd 2. I think I'm quite happy with 2.
I'd love 4 because then I'd climb up a mountain,
Yeah.
like a spider.
Yeah. It's quite hard, I guess, because for me it's just a bit hard to imagine having another 2 legs.
Imagine a centipede.
Yeah.
They got 100 legs.
Yeah.
Or a millipede.
Or a millipede, yeah.
They're funny, isn't it? They got all those legs.
I've been stung by a centipede before.
Okay.
In the Caribbean, you do get a few of them here and there. Centipede, you get both millipedes and centipedes. You get more millipedes than centipedes, but I tell you what, if you get a big centipede, centipede go across, run across you or something, it will sting. It does hurt. It hurts, mate. Yeah.
That's the place I've never been to, the Caribbean.
I remember one time, somehow, one got in through my bedroom window. It's my fault, I left my bedroom window open during the day. And it must have got in through my bedroom window, and I went to lay down on my bed. And as soon as I lay down, because it was late at night, I got in quite late at night, and then, I didn't really turn on the big light, I turned on the lamp, so it was still a little bit, it wasn't that bright in the bedroom when I went to lay down. And I literally took my shirt off and got into bed and lay down on my stomach. And as soon as I lay down, I felt like this burning sensation, like, on my stomach, like a burning sensation. Obviously I jumped up straight away thinking, what the hell's that? Like, thinking, I just think it's, in my head, yeah, bit me. Or something stung me, sorry, it stings, I believe. But yeah, it stung me, and I obviously immediately jumped up thinking, I thought something had bitten me. That was the first instinct, but then I realised what it was, and got something and chucked it out the window. But yeah, I remember for like a few days afterwards, like I had a red mark across my chest where it stung me, if you see what I mean, It eventually faded and went away, obviously, because it was just like a burn, almost like a burn, if that makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a place I haven't been, the Caribbean or anything,
Yeah.
But, again, I've seen films of it.
I must say that's what in Barbados, like I know I kind of, there's, I didn't live everywhere in Barbados, but I lived a lot of places, so even though, and don't get me wrong, it's a very, very small island of course, but I travelled all over Barbados in my time of being there, I've been everywhere in Barbados.
Is it bigger than the Isle of Wight?
But it's 166 square miles.
Oh, it's bigger than the Isle of Wight then.
Is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'd take you a day to go walk around the Isle of Wight. Okay, all day.
Okay. In Barbados, right, you can pretty much get from one side of the island to the other side in about 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay. Sounds like the same as Isle of Wight then.
About 2.5, 3 hours.
I think
3 hours at the most.
I think, to be honest with you, the Isle of Wight is an hour.
Okay.
Right. I'll take you. I don't know actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, obviously, I got to see a lot of, Barbados. So like if I was to go back now and I was to take, let's say for example I was to go back and you said, oh, well, I fancy going to Barbados, you know what I mean? I'd be able to take you around, show you around, show you, how to.
But you lived there how many years?
20 years, well 19. But I'd tell you, I'd be able to tell you how to move, how to, how to, where's safe, where's, a bit dodgy, and just, etc. Show you all the good spots. And would
you like to go back there now?
I'd like to go back for a holiday eventually, to be very honest, just to see everyone and just, it's been such a long time. I'd like to go back and see everyone, But at the same time, sometimes I think to myself, the money, think like spending like £7,000 or £8,000, or however much it may be, it's going to be anywhere between £5,000 to £8,000, like for a nice holiday, 3-4 week holiday, right? And I just think like spending like that kind of money for 3 weeks. That's the part I don't, you know.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think spending all that money just for 3 weeks, and that's what like I just think like as much as I'd love to do it and go back and see everyone and just to catch up and let everyone know that the love is still there, like nothing's changed, like the love is still there, like you know. After all these years, you know, I still got love for everyone, still miss everyone, still think about everyone from time to time, you know. Obviously we all grown up, you know, all got, you know, we all live busy lives and it's hard to keep in contact, but you know, the love is still there. So
I mean, that's the thing about travelling, right? You meet people, and you know, you build, you know, sort of build up a bit of a mini relationship, really, you know.
Yeah.
And then you disappear forever.
Yeah.
By the way, you know, you got to say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, that's a good thing about the internet, though. You know, you know, today in this modern world, that we can still keep connected, no matter how far we are apart.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
You know. So that's what I love about the internet. Again, it kind of keeps us connected, even though we're not living it together. You know, I could say hello to my brother, you know, and straight away or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about the internet. It kind of keeps us connected in a funny way. We don't feel like we're connected, but we are. Aren't we?
We are.
You know?
But at the same time, we're kind of more disconnected too, especially the youth. I kind of mean more so like the younger generation coming up today, like the teenagers and the early, like late, you know, even the early people that are in their early 20s now, right now. We're living in this day and age where we are very connected more than ever, you know, but we're kind of, a lot of the youth are kind of more disconnected, you know. You've got a lot of youth that can't communicate, got social issues, and
people living in virtual reality, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why like sometimes when they're in, like, sometimes they find like having, you know, conversation with people and shit, they get anxious, and you got a lot more people dealing with like more like mental health conditions and stuff like this, like due to like social media and lots of other things, like lots of other like factors and stuff, like you know.
I think it is causing a lot of disorders.
For sure. And a lot of, you know, because the trouble is a lot of the youth are not able to distinguish between what is reality and what is fiction when it comes to social media, if you see what I mean. Because what they see something, and if it looks real enough, they'll believe it, if you see what I mean. And the reality is that you know,